Hey, it's Jacob, welcome to this new video. Today we're going to talk about time management skills that really matter and how you can develop them. So the problem is most time management skills are not sustainable. You kind of forget about them after a while. Like they kind of just tend to fade away. And I guess it's cool to develop a few skills that are like that. But what about the skills that are actually sustainable, that you will have for the rest of your life? That's the real reason why I wanted to make that video. If you stay until the end of the video, I will give you an action plan to implement it in your life. So keep watching. Let's talk about a few time management skills that, quite frankly, I have a problem with. Let's start with not procrastinating. Let's say you can actually train yourself to stop procrastinate. Well, is that gonna work when you're tired or hangover? Yeah, I'm talking about real life here. I mean, what if you go on vacation? Even if you train yourself for months, are you gonna keep that momentum? Are you gonna be able to sustain it? I mean, sure, not procrastinating is a good thing, and I'm going to make videos about it. I'm going to help you with that. But at the same time, if we extrapolate on our work capacity to create a schedule, based on the fact that we're not going to procrastinate, the schedule's not going to work. The second one is outsourcing. And outsourcing is great. Like, if you want to scale, if you want to develop, that's an awesome skill. But what if you don't have money? Well, you will have an awesome skill that you just can't use. Again, I'm talking about the real world. And theoretically, it's awesome, but in the real world, if you don't have money, it's useless. And the third one is being more decisive. Well, how much time does that save exactly? I mean, I've never met someone who told me, yeah, I used to be indecisive, and now I'm a lot more decisive, and I have all this free time right now. I mean, sure, being more decisive is great, but what if your subconscious knows better? What if you should take a little bit more time to make that decision? I mean, what is the impact of overriding or indecisiveness with rationality just to save a little bit more time? So I'm sure there is value in this one, but again, let's not forget the drawbacks too. And last but not least, develop your willpower through exercise. Again, this one seems a little fragile. Like, what if you want to be more relaxed? And that's why you want to manage your time better. Are you going to lose that willpower training? So now that I'm done ranting, let's talk about the real long-lasting skills that you can develop. The first one is writing what goes wrong. Most of the time that we lose is because we don't manage it well. And we don't manage it well because we are doing the same things over and over. We're doing the same mistakes over and over. And that's why we're losing time. Writing what goes wrong will allow us to stop doing the same mistakes. And the problem with making mistakes is that we don't realize the impact it has on our time. I mean, the negative impact of a single mistake might outweigh all of the efforts that we put into increasing our productivity. So that one, I consider it a skill because it is actually very difficult when something goes wrong to stop what you're doing and write it down. Because really, when you think about it, writing what goes wrong is the last thing you want to do when something actually goes wrong. I mean, most likely you're going to want to solve it right away. You don't want to write it down. Plus, no one wants to acknowledge their mistakes. If you write it down, you can't deny it. That's where being a little bit humble will help you with your time management. Next skill, real-world programming. What is real-world programming? Well, I'm going to tell you what it's not. It's not school programming. You're never going to have to use a program to solve a mathematical equation that you don't care about in the real world. I mean, unless you want to become a programmer, real-world programming leverages your time. This is for leveraging technology by replacing what you're already doing by a computer. So again, if you're going to learn programming, then apply it to something that you're already doing. Third skill, testing assumptions. So this one is about trying to stop doing things that don't seem important to see if they really are. I mean, I'm talking about your results. What do you care about? Or what does your boss care about? In software, it's called having a lean approach. It's about not doing the things that don't contribute directly to your results. So let me give you an action plan to implement this one into your life. Step 1, identify. Identify a big task, a task that takes a lot of your time, and list what doesn't seem vital to you. Step 2, eliminate or rush. So you get to choose. You either don't do it at all or you rush it. So if you're going to rush it, you should do the minimum. And I'm going to explain how you can do this to make sure that you're not doing too much. So use a timer and set a time that you'll know will force you to lower the quality. And if you think, I don't want to lower the quality of my work, I want to do high quality work. And that's the whole point of this. It's about making the quality of your work higher by doing less of the things that don't matter. Understand that it's a zero-sum game here. If you do less of the work that don't matter according to your results or the results that your boss is expecting, not according to what you think, then you will be able to spend more time to do the work that actually matter. Step 3, wait for feedback. Take only what is in the feedback and add that to the minimum that you were doing when you were rushing it. And pro tip, try to keep the time that you set during step 2 and set it as the new standard. So that's it for this video. If you want to learn more, click on the link down below. You'll get a free online course. Have a great day and see you in the next video.